why does Drake feel so comfortable talking with Bobbi Althoff? Like I said, this is the most comfortable. Like he's loafered up, guys, loafers on, in bed, talking to Bobbi Althoff, and not just like talking like surface level. He's like, it's almost like a therapy session. And he feels so comfortable looking in her eyes, being in a bed with her, being this close with her. And I think it's less about. I mean, I think it's partially about her being a woman, but I truly believe that. And even if you like, it doesn't have to necessarily be a belief, but if you look deeper than the surface, like she's a white woman, obviously, and he feels comfortable. And not only is she a white woman, but Drake's mom, Sandra, is a white woman. So he's been raised by, and this is kind of what Kendrick alluded to, he's been raised by and sheltered by and like knows no struggle, knows no trenches, was under Degrassi, was an actor, became famous and rich, and he's always confided in a white woman. And that's no shade, that's no disrespect and whatnot, but it gets tricky with Drake, because when you use it's similar to like a MGK or a Post Malone. When you use black culture and hip hop culture and rap culture and all these different things, and then you're not even really comfortable talking and interviewing or showing accountability or representation or unity or any of these different things that are significant to a culture, you're only comfortable doing that with a white woman or a white man like Aiden Ross or like Boy, whatever you want to call him. Like that says a lot about you and how you view rap culture. Like it's very similar to Malone, who started off rapping about being white Iverson or whatever, and then now he's doing strictly country music, strictly pop music. It's very, very reminiscent of MGK, who started off rapping, being a real rapper, and now he's doing mostly rock music and pop music and whatnot. But you, who portray as a black man or as a biracial man, or a man of color, but you use that. It seems like you use that to your advantage for your success, but that's not truly what you represent. And even here, listening to him talk, listening to him open up, I've never heard Drake open up like this, the way that he opens up with Bobbi Althoff. Like you'll never see him in an interview. He has had different interviews with people. He has had interviews, or he was on Funk Flex years ago. He was on, I think Angie Martinez, we had an interview with him. I think he's even had an interview with Elliot. No, I know that he's had an interview with Elliot Wilson and Elliot Wilson's man. I don't know his name, but they were both at Drake's mansion. But people ask why he interviews with Bobbi Althoff or doesn't interview at all or sits with Aiden Ross. It's like, unfortunately, Drake just goes where he will maintain control. He will either maintain control or he's comfortable. His comfortability level is at its peak. Like if he went to the Joe Budden podcast, he wouldn't have control over the environment. Like if he went to Sway, and that's debatable. Like, but likely he wouldn't have control over the topic or control over the environment. If he went to Funk Flex, he definitely wouldn't have control over the environment. And the people, that those type of people will ask him questions that people actually want to know, such as like, what happened with you and Kendrick? What's been happening with you since you and Kendrick, since the beef? Where did you go? Where did you go wrong? How do you feel about him saying that you are basically a culture vulture, and basically take from black culture and take from the hip hop culture, and you exude very, very reminiscent qualities of someone who, like a colonist, and there are different things like that. Like, what would you say to that, Drake? And like, that's why he's in bed and sitting with a Bobbi Althoff. He also does it. It's very telling too where his morals are and his character, because you're not going to see Kendrick or J. Cole or Jay-Z or Nas or Fab or Jadakiss or anybody, damn near anybody, in a bed with a woman, a white woman, but a woman regardless, like in an interview format. Like, you're like, this is highly inappropriate that you're normalizing because you're Drake. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. And it's just again, it's very telling that he's so, like, people in the comments were saying that they love that he doesn't care about what people think. But it's very telling that that's not always a good thing, because clearly when you're so oblivious to the room and what people are saying about you and what you're showing about yourself, you can continue to spiral. You can continue to go down the wrong path. You can continue to be a poor example for your son, for black boys that look up to you, for the next generation. Like, you're not, like, there's a reason why it's important to read the room. There's a reason why it's important to not only be self-aware, but listen to what is being said about you. Yeah, this is Drake's mom. This is Sandra Graham. But this is who Drake has been confiding in for the last almost 40 years. Since he was a kid, since he got on Degrassi, since he became a rapper, got with Wayne, the highs and lows of his career this is who he has confided in. So it makes perfect sense when you know that, when you see that, you know that he's been raised by a white woman. And there's no shade to his mom, obviously, but it's very telling why he doesn't sit with people of the culture.
Hey, if you guys like this video, make sure you check out these videos where we talk more about music, dating, and real life situations. Thank you for supporting the podcast. Make sure you check out these videos and make sure you subscribe. Peace.